G'day everybody, Tim here down at Studio 99 Milton, and today I'm going to run you through how to incorporate high intensity interval training following your bariatric surgery, or even if you're just a beginner to exercise and you're not too sure how to do that, using just your body weight or minimal equipment. So in one of our previous videos, I introduced interval training using specific cardio activities like cycling, walking, swimming, or even jogging. This time we're going to look at how do you use repetitive movements of your body at home. So things like squats or push-ups, they're typical body weight movements. How do we use movements like those to create a high intensity interval training effect? So we know that the benefits of interval training are really quite a lot and quite significant for most people. So if you are feeling safe to do this and comfortable to push yourself a little bit, if you've got clearance from your doctor or you've seen one of the team down here at Studio 99 Milton, feel free to give these ones a try and see how you go. So we're going to be working through what I would recommend as a 1-to-1 work to rest ratio. So that means however long you work for, that's how long you need to break for. So start off at about 20 to 30 seconds of work, give yourself 20 to 30 seconds of rest. Go through each exercise for those durations, and then you can choose to do how many sets of that you feel comfortable with, and that's going to be based on your fitness level. So this is a good way to approach interval training without having to feel too pressured to hit a certain standard. Okay, so all I've got with me today are a couple of dumbbells. These ones are 6 kilos, so you can choose to do this workout with dumbbells or without. I'm going to show you both variations of each movement. So your first movement is going to start off with a basic body weight squat. So you're going to try and reach your hands down to the floor and then stretch them up overhead. So the reason we're including the arm movement here is that it adds more muscle mass and you're able to get your heart rate up a little bit quicker. So notice my eyes are staying up the whole time even though I'm reaching down for the floor. So if I can keep my tempo there, that's going to drive my heart rate up. That's about 20 seconds, and I give myself 20 seconds rest. So again, we're going to try and use most of our muscles for each movement, so our lower body and upper body. So the next movement, we're just going to use one dumbbell, and I'm going to go into a reverse lunge. So stepping back, bring the dumbbell to my chest, step forward. So alternating sides. Again, we look for tempo, just touching that dumbbell down onto my thighs at the front. If you want to do this without the dumbbell, same movement, but without the weight. So again, about 20 seconds worth, give yourself 20 seconds rest. So you can see I've got a little bit of heart rate going here. My breath is puffing. I'm going to move on to the next exercise now, which is what we call a push press. So this one you can vary the depth of the movement to get more intensity. So using your dumbbells, we're going with our hands on our shoulders. It's a little bit of a dip, and then we press overhead. Dip and press. So this one's quite springy, and if you want to do that again without the weight, you can. It's almost like a star jump, this one. Okay, so again, about 20 seconds worth or 30 seconds worth, whatever you feel comfortable with. Excuse me. And now we're going to move on, adding a little bit of rotation, a little bit of balance work as well. So remembering we're trying to keep our body using a high variety of movements. So this time you can have your hands behind your head, or you can have your hands out to the side, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Sometimes you can get a bit of neck discomfort here, but we're going to go into a half squat and then try and touch your knee towards your elbow. So I'm not even touching here, but it's mostly just getting the coordination of that movement. So if you find that quite difficult to balance, you can just come straight up. So don't worry about the upper body movement. So again, wherever you feel comfortable, work within your limits there. So again, that's about 20 seconds worth. Give yourself that 20-second break. Okay, and then our last one that we're going to use here, one dumbbell, and again, trying to use the whole body. We're going to try and touch this one dumbbell down to the floor and then swing it straight up overhead. So it's one dumbbell down and up. If I turn side on, it's a little flick and roll of that dumbbell. So from the floor, all the way up overhead. If you don't feel comfortable going that low, you can just make it a little bit less, but the focus is on the speed of the movement coming from the hips. It's quite high repetition. Okay, so those are your movements to try, and you can see they're all quite similar in that they use the whole body, so the legs and the arms, and big movements. You don't need a heavy weight or any weight at all. It's more about finding a high repetition. So if you think of our traditional cardio exercises, walking, jogging, cycling, swimming, rowing, they're all very repetitive, but they use most of the body. So we apply the same principle to our body weight exercises here. Use most of the body, high repetition, low weight, high speed, and that way you can ensure that you get the same heart rate effect, which is what we're really chasing when we do interval training. And that's going to help you maintain your calorie burn throughout the day. It's going to help you maintain your weight loss, and it's also going to help bring back some really nice health benefits to your cardiovascular system, to your appetite, and also to things like your sleep, your mood, and your concentration and mental health. Give those a try, guys, and let me know how you go.